Hey everyone, it's Jenny. I'm gonna attempt to do like a craft with me. So I am in the process of putting together these picnic baskets that I got the dye from Pixi Designs. And I got it a while ago and I just never played with it. And I have a luncheon coming up with some friends and I wanted to make something kind of like summery themed. So I had a different project in mind, but the dye that I had was not working well. So I didn't want to make like 10 of them. So anyway, I decided instead I would find a different one. And so this is the one that I ended up working with. So it's really cute. I'm not done with it, obviously, but it does open up on both sides. And then so you can stick a little goodie inside. So don't even know what I'm going to put in there, and my luncheon is tomorrow. But I wanted to just put these together. So I thought since I'm gluing them together, I already die cut them. But since I'm gluing them together, I'll just glue one together with you to show you. Because I tried to look for a tutorial and I couldn't find anything. And so maybe I'm just searching the wrong thing. But I'm like, oh, I'll just glue mine together with you. And then I'll probably do a separate video to show you like what the final product looks like for all of the ones that I ended up doing. So I decided to use the Poppy and Pear paper, and I just cut the base in solid cardstock, and then I cut the layering pieces in the Poppy and Pear. So this is what all of the dies are that comes with the set, which is quite a bit. So this is the main piece for the base. So it cuts this piece out right here. And you just need to cut one of this large one, okay? And then you need to cut two. This is the top here. So you need to cut two of this one. And then you need to cut two of this rectangle. And that's the sides here. So if you're just using colored, like solid colored cardstock, then you can do all of this like with a 12 by 12. And then I cut a strip, I just cut one out of this. And this is the handles. So this is the layering pieces. And then this is the mechanism that you're gonna connect this part to here in the middle. So, so that's all solid. And then these are all your layering pieces. So you get, I don't know why they give you two of this one. So that's either side. So you just cut one of each of these. And then these, they only give you one. So it's two of this, two of this, two of this. And then two each of these. I didn't cut this out. You can if you want to. It's actually used to put here to cover the strap, I think. But I didn't use it that way. I didn't even put anything. I'm probably going to put a flower. And you can cut one of this, but I didn't use this one. And this piece is for this middle part here. So that's up to you how you want to do that. But I just wanted to show you the different pieces because that's what I always struggle with, is like trying to figure out what do I cut out of what. Okay, so so let's put one together. So which one was I going to do? I don't know. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, so these are all the pieces that I came up with, and this is probably an extra piece, I think, out of all of it. Okay, so I usually start with the base piece. Can you tell I was not ready? Okay, so that's the base piece. These are all the layering pieces. Okay, there you go. Okay, so then you just fold on the score lines, right, which is really fast. And okay, so you do that, and then you get these rectangle pieces, and then you just glue it to the sides. So I'm just using Barely Arts glue. You can use hot glue. I find when I use hot glue, I guess I'm not that accurate, or I'm not that I don't know. I don't know if I'm just too slow or what, but I find it's more lumpy than if I use Barely Arts glue. So I'm getting better at using Barely Arts glue. Except just now. I totally glued it on the wrong side, yeah? But I'm going to cover it with the layering pieces, so it should be fine. Okay, so that's one side. Then you get the rectangle and you do the other side. So I just put glue on these. So once you kind of get the hang of it, it's actually pretty fast. The hardest part for me is choosing the papers, like which what colors do I want to use with which paper, pattern paper, which colored cardstock did I want to use. So that's what took me the longest. If you're good at that, it should be really, really fast for you. Yeah. Okay. I think it's because I'm on camera, I'm having a hard time. Normally, I mean, I just put together about 4 or 5 of them, so. Okay, so that's what your base is gonna look like. That's like the main part of the entire piece, right? Okay, so the other part is this. This is the lid. So you just fold on all the score lines. Okay, I'll just fold them all now. And this is pretty thick cardstock actually. But you know, if you don't have real thick cardstock, then you can just as long as you layer it, I think it's pretty fast. I mean, it's pretty sturdy. So after you put glue on the flaps, then you're just gonna hold it together on both sides. I hear the mailman. That means my dogs are gonna bark. Oh, did you hear my dog? Running to bark at the mailman? Okay, so that's one side. And then here's the other side. Do you hear my husband now asking me if I'm talking to him? I think he's just woke up. Okay, so that's the 2 sides, right, for your lid. Okay, and then I think it's important to do this part first. So I don't know if this is correct, but I just kind of figured out, I think this is the way to do it. So you fold on the score lines, and then you glue these 2 tabs together. So I just put a little glue on one of them, and then I hold it together just so it's kind of secure. And then I do the same on the other side. Okay. Okay. So it's going to look kind of like that, but you see how score lines here. So what happens is, this is the part that goes in the middle here, and that's what your covers are going to attach to. Okay, so you're going to put some glue here. And I guess on this part, you probably could use some hot glue. Probably would dry faster. But I don't always get it like lined up quite accurately. Okay, so then there's kind of like a flat piece on the top here, and that's where that part rests. So that's how I line it up. Okay. Okay, so let's let that dry a little bit. And then we can kind of start layering. Okay, so this goes on that. This goes on the sides. This goes on the tops. Okay, so let's do the cover. Let's do the lids. Okay, so I just add some glue on the top. Okay. And then what I do is like, okay, if I know this is the edge and it's gonna be that way, then I try to, if your image has a right way and a wrong way, then I don't know if you like it this way, but I kind of make it so that when you're looking at it, it'll point that way. I don't know, but it's almost like an anywhere print. I don't know. Everybody has different ways of doing it. It's better if you pick a print that's an anywhere rather than one that has a correct way and a not correct way. I find it a lot easier. Especially when you have these kinds, when you have to like line up the dies correctly, it's a lot easier. Okay, so it's gonna kind of look like that. Okay, so then you also need to do the sides. So you grab one of these smaller rectangles. Okay, and then that goes on the edge over here. Oh, here comes the mailman. And then here's another one. So you do it on the opposite side. Oh, no mail today. No happy mail today. Okay. So it goes there on the edge. Okay. And then these go on these edges. Okay, so these, if you have something that is correct, like a right way or a wrong way, then the way I figured it out is that if you place your dies so that this straight line up here is the top, then you'll figure out how to cut your paper. I was having a hard time at first trying to figure that out, but once I figured that out, it made it a lot easier when I had those types of papers. Oh. See, so this will go here, and then that way at least it's facing the correct way. But like I said, this print is okay. Like if it was upside down, it would be fine. This way. It's really hard when it's like obviously a correct way and not a correct way. I'll show you one, so you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I think it was like this one. See, like how the trees, there's a right way, right? So when you do it, you have to make sure that if, you know, you want the tree on the bottom and this on the top, you don't want it to be like this. Yeah. So just a little tip when you're trying to cut these. But the best advice I can give is just don't pick a pattern that has a correct way and a right way and a wrong way. That's the easiest. Then you can just put it however you want. Doesn't matter. Okay. See, we're like about almost halfway done. Okay. Okay, so that's all your layering pieces there. Now we got to just do layering pieces on this. Okay. So I'm not going to decorate it on this one because I haven't figured it out yet. I just wanted to do this craft with me before the sun goes down because it's getting a little late and I don't want it to get too dark once I start doing this. So I was going to wait until like I finished all of them, but that might take me a while. So like I'll just stop and do one right now. Okay, see? Okay, so now we still have this part, right? So I just glue on here and I glue it down and hopefully that gives it some stability. I do the same to the other side. So that's why I didn't put the layering piece on yet because I didn't want that to show. Okay, so your piece will look like this. And then you glue on these, right? So this is the layering piece for the biggest part of the basket. Okay. And then okay. So now that you got all that on, now we got to attach the lids, right? So they're going to go like this. So they have flaps here, right? And there's a base here. So you can just glue here. And then I stick it on so that this is on the outside. See that part? And then that goes inside, and then I try to smush it together as close as I can. So sometimes what happens is it's easier if I pull it up a little, and then I can get a better like seal on it. And then I make sure that the lid will be able to open, right? Okay, so after that kind of holds, then you can do the other side. So then I glue here, and then you do the same thing. Stick it in there. Make sure that this is on the outsides, and then make it flush with that centerpiece. Almost done. Okay. Okay, and then this is your strap. So I cut like this middle part out of the pattern paper, the same pattern paper. And I mean, if you're good at like mixing patterns, which I'm not, you can totally mix patterns. I'm not good at that. I need to like practice. So You guys are so good. Like, I guess that's why you guys like Maggie Holmes stuff, because like you know how to mix your patterns well. I'm not good at that at all. Okay. Okay, so here is the strap now. So I glue it on first, and then I kind of like mold it a little so that it'll curve and it won't be so stiff and bend. Okay. And then I mean, this is probably where you want to use the hot glue. So I just put it on the very bottom of the strap, and you're going to want to center it there. But I don't glue it here, okay? Like, don't glue it too high, because you want it to be able to open and close. Okay. That was the part I was struggling with the most, I think, when I put this together. Okay, let's do that. And then hold it down here. See? Pretty much done. So now, after this is kind of set, the glue is set, then you're going to want to then just decorate it. So you can do whatever you want. You can decorate the lid. You can decorate over here. I'll probably put something here to hide the straps. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it had the circle die, so you could cut this out and then cover it. But I kind of didn't like that. So I'll probably do a flower or like a heart or something instead of using that die, but it's up to you. So anyway, like, look, this one didn't glue good. So I need to finish these up and still decorate them. But I had fun kind of playing around with a new die. And like I said, it's like a summery theme. I think these are so cute. I just love this paper. Like, I'm so glad that I bought this paper. Okay, so that is my craft with me video for today. Again, like I said, I'll come back and I will do a video showing you what I finished up, like, after I decorated. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.